On behalf of the CPHS Social Studies Department, the Rho Kappa National Social Studies Honor Society, and the broader CPHS community, I would like to wish you a good morning and thank you for joining us today to honor our veterans, past and present. As a sign of respect, please remove your hats and stand as we play the national anthem.
Thomas Jefferson once declared, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It is in the defense of these rights and our highest national law, the Constitution, that our veterans have served. They have also served to defend the defenseless and to preserve peace throughout the world."
Today we observe Veterans Day. Unlike Memorial Day, Veterans Day pays tribute to all American veterans, both living and deceased, who served their country honorably during war or peacetime.
Veterans Day originated as Armistice Day on November 11, 1919, the first anniversary of the end of World War I. Congress passed a resolution in 1926 creating a national observance, and November 11th became a national holiday beginning in 1938.
In 1954, President Eisenhower signed a bill changing Armistice Day to Veterans Day to honor all veterans. When he did so, he asked all Americans to rededicate themselves to the cause of peace.
It is for this reason that we join together in this special ceremony today. Not only do we want to honor our relatives, teachers, and friends who heroically served their country, but we also want to rededicate ourselves to the cause for which they so nobly fought, peace.
Now, please enjoy the performance of God Bless the USA, featuring Lee Greenwood, Home Free, and the Singing Sergeants of the Air Force Band.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife.
I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land.
God bless the USA.
God bless the USA.
From the lakes of Minnesota
to the hills of Tennessee,
across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt of this land. God bless the USA. God bless this country, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless, God, please bless the USA.
Now please, welcome our very own CPHS nurse, Lieutenant Tara Jo Frost, as she recognizes current and former CPHS staff and their family members who have nobly served our country in the military.
Thank you, Alexis. Now we'd like to recognize the military people that have served for Cedar Park High School and their families. Sergeant Kirsta Hill, U.S. Air Force. Sergeant Sandra Francis, U.S. Army Reserves. First Sergeant Robert Towery, U.S. Marine Corps, father of mine, Tara Jo Frost. Retired U.S. Army Chief Warrant Officer. 2, Christopher Kircher, father of Anna Song. James McCarthy, Merchant Marines, father of Brennan McCarthy. Sergeant Corey Coulis, U.S. Marines, son of Joy Coulis. Sergeant Mark Welty, U.S. Air Force, husband of Carla Welty. Specialist Stefan Coleman, U.S. Army, husband of Jennifer Coleman and father of Jackson Coleman. Sergeant Mike Fostich, U.S. Air Force, husband of Patty Fostich and father of Jacqueline Fostich. Dr. Ed Reagan, U.S. Army, veteran of Vietnam War, father of Amy Durden. Sergeant James Gallagher, U.S. Air Force, brother of Nancy Steele. Colonel Harland Bynell, U.S. Army, West Point graduate, Korean War, father of Rhonda Bynell. Sergeant David Neighbors, U.S. Army, veteran war, or Vietnam War, father of Becky Browning. Harold M. King, Vietnam War, recipient of the Bronze Star, father of Nadra King. Harold E. King, Merchant Marines, World War I, grandfather of Nadra King. Sergeant George Richard Jones III, U.S. Army Vietnam War, father of Lori McLaughlin. Captain Patrick Campbell, U.S. Army, and John Campbell, U.S. Army, brothers of Naomi Campbell. First Class Petty Officer Ken Matei, U.S. Navy, grandfather of Naomi Campbell. First Lieutenant Frank Campbell, U.S. Air Force, grandfather of Naomi Campbell. Brandon Roberts, U.S. Navy, brother of Lauren Brennan. Sergeant Frilling, U.S. Army, World War II, grandfather of Jennifer Fortenberry. Lieutenant Corporal Gregory Lynn Kissel, U.S. Marine Recon, Vietnam veteran, uncle of Jessica Logston. Corporal Donald Kessel, World War I veteran, Army Air Force Corps, grandfather of Jessica Logston. Corporal Joseph Clyde Greenlee, World War I veteran, Army Air Corps, grandfather of Jessica Logston. Captain Caitlin Cossey, U.S. Air Force, 2009 CPHS graduate, daughter of Amy Cossey. And Lieutenant Dolores White, U.S. Air Force, Korea, and Ensign Lewis White, Navy, World War II, parents of Amy Cossey. Specialist Billy Joel Galbraith, retired, Leander ISD, U.S. Army. Sergeant Stephen Johnson, retired, Leander ISD, U.S. Air Force. Flight Officer Tommy Yambrick, retired, Leander ISD, U.S. Navy. And Corporal J. Sevier, U.S. Army Special Forces.
On behalf of a grateful nation, we express our most heartfelt appreciation for the service and sacrifice of these veterans and their families. You may have noticed the display of stars in the front foyer of the school. Students and staff have created these to honor our friends, relatives, and graduates who were willing to protect our freedoms and the lives of many throughout the world. Be sure to view this display at some time in the next week to help us commemorate our CPHS family and friends who have served.
We will now conclude our remembrance with the playing of taps by the U.S. Army Band Special Bugler and Special Drummer at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Taps was originally a signal that it was time for lights out and was thought of as the last call for the day. It is a now familiar tune that solemnizes the passing of our noble heroes and honors their sacrifice.